What's going on, everybody? It feels like it's always been a minute since I've done a stream for Facebook. Still waiting on a lot of 2025 football to come out, so there's really not been a lot of great breaks for me to put together yet. But once we do have Mosaic coming, Prisms coming, Absolutes coming, all these things I already have on pre-order. So once we get some of that stuff in-house, we'll definitely get some more good breaks put together. I try to do some mixers like normal. Wait a little bit here, see if we get some people in here. This is going to be our Leaf random hit break. Did not fill completely, so everybody that was involved in the break that had bought in already, I talked to each of them and made sure they were good with it. We closed it at 22 spots, and now we're just going to rip these two boxes. Two of the best boxes I feel like that were in the break, with the most opportunity for hits. Probably should have started it off with this. I should have probably done a smaller random hit just to see how you guys liked it. I thought the $30 buy-in with all that opportunity with those 5 boxes would go over really well, but we kind of got to 20-ish and then we just lost steam. So this way you guys can at least kind of see what this style break is like, because we have not done them before on the channel. Obviously it's something that is commonly done on different platforms, but it's something that we haven't done. So this will be a way for you guys to get some exposure to it. If you guys like it, then maybe we'll do another one with a couple boxes again, or we can even do single boxes. You know, this for instance has eight autos. It's 8 cards, and that way, you know, we just sell 8 spots. You know, that's something that we can do, but we'll have to see kind of how everybody feels about it. Wait like usual, like I said, to get a couple people in here. I obviously would prefer to rip these later because I know a lot of people are at work, but I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to do it today. We were out of power for 2 hours, 3 hours. I mean, it wasn't too long after we opened at 11. There was an accident, I guess, down towards Taco Bell in Greendale. Took all the power out for the whole downtown, so none of us had power down here. We were just hanging out in the shop. So I was like, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to stream then. And then of course it came back on not too long after I made that post. So make sure my chat's working like usual. Yep, it is working. Just to do a little rundown for anybody that's in here and is unsure of how this works. All the spots that were purchased are over here on the left. Typically, obviously, it would be 1 through 53 because that's what we had originally. But some of these numbers don't seem right because there's missing stuff. Those ones were just taken away because everyone had picked their numbers. So you're just in this order. We got 1 through 22. That's how many cards we're going to have come out of these boxes. Whatever box we decide to go with first, I will pull the first card out. It will get stickered as number 1, and then so on and so forth. Keep going, and then we'll do our standard randomization like we always do. We're going to do a dice roll to see how many times we're going to randomize the list, and then we will randomize said list of 1 to 22. And once that's done, that'll get taken over here, and whatever you get paired up against is what card you're going to get, what card you're taking home. Pretty simple. There's some other cool ways you can do this. You can also do hit drafts, which are really cool. It's just with those, you have to have everyone that bought a spot be in the stream because you get a draft order and you get to pick from the hits. Better to be done with like one box, obviously, than having multiple. But there's some cool things you can do with these random hits or hit drafts. So, all right, guys, we will get into this. I see a handful of people in here watching, but let's see, what do we go with first? I feel like we do the Eclectic last because it's 8 autos, and then this one is 14 cards, 8 autos, 4 base and parallel, so obviously going to be some numbered stuff there, a jumbo exclusive autograph, and then 1 slabbed proof. So, let's get into it, guys. As always, we really appreciate it, everybody that gets into the breaks and everybody that watches the breaks or just supports the store in any way. Got me some cover cards here too, because I have not personally ripped 2025 Leaf Metal Jumbo, so I'm not sure how it's going to be in here. I think they usually put it in like an acrylic case, so we might have to cover up the cards so we can get a little bit slow reveal. Make it a little bit more exciting. Alright. Oh, and then we got our slab back there too. I'm gonna leave the slab in there. Keep the I didn't see who it was. I don't know if you guys did. And then we'll keep that box there for you guys. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Put it right here. First card out is going to be TJ Lateef. And that is going to be to 149, 89 to 149. Appreciate you, Doug. I always know you're going to send it, so I don't worry about waiting. Number 1 put on there. Jackson Arnold. Going to be getting all of our base and parallels out of the way here. That is 1 of 10, first on print there for the Sooners. Number 2. Turn this down a little bit. Got Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson there. And that is out of 149.78 to 149 there. Should have one more parallel or base, aka, you know, the not too crazy cards, and then we'll get into our autos and the slab proof here. So number 3. Andy Reid. Got Andy Reid out of 149 there, 95 of 149. So all three of the 4 base parallels were out of 149, and then we had our one that was out of 10, first on print. There's that one. That is going to be number 4. Yeah, you guys have to let me know if you like this style of rip. It's obviously a lot more common with like a leaf break. First auto out. That's a nice little color mask there. Tyrone Tracy Jr. for the Giants. That's going to be 5 of 12 on the Tyrone Tracy Jr. It's a decent little auto there too. It says number 3 on it instead of 29. I don't know if he was number 3 in college. Alright, that is going to be number 5. We should be in all autos now. Tretch Kekuna. That is a 1 of 10 as well. First on print there. It's a nice clean card. Number 6 there. Let's see if we're back here. I apologize, guys. I don't know why it randomly disconnected. It said it was reconnected and it wasn't working. So I think I had caught it before I did any other cards, but that was our last card, number 6, Tretch Kekahuna. To put my phone over here and make sure that don't happen again. I can see it if it does. Alright. Moving on to number 7. Let's make sure we're still good here. Let's see if we're on or not. Yeah, okay. Mine was on the old stream, I guess, because it wasn't showing my hands or anything, so I apologize for that, guys. Next one out. Madden Yamaleba. Nice auto on that one as well. That's going to be 1 of 3 on that one. Not familiar with where he's from. He may be... Is he still, like, high school? I'm not sure what uniform that is. Gonna be number 7. That one was first on print too, so we've had a lot of first on prints on our lower numbered ones. Our 2 out of 10s were our first on print, and so was our out of 3. Got Penny Boone. That's 2 of 7. See, I said something and then that's what happens. Penny Boone, 2 of 7. Number 8. Look at that. Look at that. An Armed Forces Joe Montana. That's going to be 4 of 12. We'll take a Montana auto any day. Any day. It's funny too, because typically with Leaf, these are hand collated. They put the box together themselves, and usually your hits are at the back. So it's kind of crazy because we still got 4 more cards here plus our Slabbed proof, and then we already have a Joe Montana auto. Like, it's kind of sick. Number 9 there. But we want a big one. Got Raheem Sanders. That is going to be 8 of 12. 812. So far, I feel like all the autos have been good quality autos instead of somebody just putting like 2 letters. Number 10 there. Got 3 left, and then our Slabbed proof, and then we move on to Eclectic 2024. We got Restrepo, Xavier Restrepo. And that is 2 of 10. Xavier Restrepo, 2 of 10. There's been some decent names in this. I've been pleasantly surprised, because obviously, like I said, a lot of times the early names aren't the best, or they're very prospecty. So this has been pretty solid all around so far. Xavier Restrepo, number 11. All right, our last two. Got a Sam Levitt. That's a pretty interesting run there for the State Pride. State Pride, 6 of 7. All right, last auto, and then we move on to our Slabbed proof. That'll be the end of this box. So this was number 12 here. All right, last auto here. We've got George McIntyre on the Armed Forces, and that is a 1 of 5 there on the George McIntyre. So I'd say our Joe was probably our banger, actually. They kind of put it in the middle this time. Then we got our slabs still. Still got our slab proof, which is going to be a 1 of 1. Should be. It's typically the way those go. Number 13 there. And alright, now it's time for our slab proof. Let's try to cover this as best as we can. Oh, I'm seeing who it is already. We're just gonna show it here. Gonna be the best way to do this so I can get it out. We got ourselves a 1 of 1 Mojo Galaxy Joe Montana auto proof. The Joe Montana box. And that's not bad. The original Joe Cool. Original Joe Cool here. Joe Montana 1 of 1 Mojo Galaxy. See, that's the pre-production proof. It's what they used pre-production to get kind of basically like art proofs before they sent it all off to get it done, which are really unique, really neat, kind of like the printing plates, if you will. I know it's more niche, it's not everybody's thing, but it's really cool to have as I don't know, I just think those things are neat, the things that are way more exclusive. This was part of the process of them making these cards. It's really, really cool. Alright guys, that is number 14. That is the first box. We've got 8 more coming out of the next box. Somebody's taking this home for 30 bucks or less if they bought multiple spots. That's why these are fun. I mean, obviously, you're not always going to get a big banger once the randomization happens, but there's a lot of potential. And you get so many autos. That's the benefit with Leaf. So if you guys are enjoying this, let me know, whether it be on here right now, whether it be just commenting on our Facebook or telling me in store, just so I know. I mean, if we want to do more, I can do more, and we'll just do like 1 box breaks, or we'll do 2 so that it's not as many spots. But there's some sick stuff that can come out of this. Some awesome like quads, obviously, you can see here. And this 24 still has a lot of the current quarterback class with like Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel, so on and so forth. So, all right. Trying to do it without showing stuff. I don't know what that one is there. We got like a die cut here. Alright. First one out is going to be interesting to grab because of the die cut. Eclectic. That's really cool. Jaden Jank on the Eclectic die cut here. That is 5 of 8. It's hard to see. It's up here. 5 of 8. That's a really cool die cut. I like that a lot. I don't feel like we see a crazy amount of die cuts from Leaf. That's an interesting one. On the rookie there for Leaf. I'm getting it in here without damaging it in any way. There we go. That one, that is number 15. Got Kendrick Law on the Valiant, which is pretty cool looking too. And that one is going to be a 3 of 6. Yes, they're randomized at the end, Pat. Yep. 3 of 6. Yeah, that way it's a little bit more fun at the end to see who gets what, instead of it being like everybody already knows, like, well, I got spot number 4, so whatever card comes out fourth, I already know what I got, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick Law, that's number 16. Makes it a little bit more fun. Well, let's see an absolute monster. Taylor Morin on the Hot Flash. Sparkly one. That's going to be 3 of 10. A lot more low-numbered ones in Eclectic. No! Number 17. On the Valiant Effort, Will Kakmarek. That is going to be 3 of 8. I'm not as good with college ball, so I'm like, I assume that's Ohio State. That's who it looks like. Since it's unlicensed, it's hard to know. College ball, I like to watch, but I definitely don't know all the players. 18 on that one. 4 more, guys. Last 4. We got 3 here, and then we have a slabbed card. Well, not slabbed, I guess you would say. It's just one-touched. Another eccentric maybe here. Elijah Surratt on the eccentric. Maybe a Sooner. That is going to be 4 of 7. Who are these people? A lot of them are college. Yeah, when Leaf does football, it's all of it. It's college. Sometimes they even got high schoolers. So a lot of prospecting, which is obviously more common in baseball, but that's how a lot of these unlicensed brands are. Wild Card's very similar in that aspect as well. 19 on that one, on the Elijah. There's another Caleb Johnson. That's kind of hilarious. Looks like on our snakeskin. Caleb Johnson. That is 5 of 6. Could be a Hoosier, could be a Sooner. That one's pretty clean looking. It's cool because it's got like these slash marks in the back as well. That's actually pretty cool. Besides our die cuts that I've liked, that might be my favorite card when it comes to the design aspects. Alright, that is number 20. We got 1 left, and then we have our magged card, which is supposed to be our big hit, ideally. Here we go, guys. Good luck. We got ourselves a quad. We will take a quad auto. We got Thomas Castellanos, Gerard Bradley, Lewis Bond, and Jaden McGowan. Is there any more in the back? No, it is just a quad, and that is 3 of 8. I'm definitely not as caught up on my college, but I'm trying to remember who Castellanos plays for, but I think he's gonna be he's a baller. I enjoyed watching him. I thought about buying some of his cards when I was watching him. That is the Multi-Graphics Leaf Quartet. It's pretty sick. You're not guaranteed quads, I'll tell you that. So somebody's going home with that for 30 bucks. Number 21 there. Let's see what our final card is, and then we will get this randomized. Nothing between those no more. Here we go, guys. Good luck on the last one. It is sideways. George McIntyre on the inscriptions. 88 of 100. Get a bag for that, so we're not putting a sticker on the mag. It looks like he's got 3 crosses as the inscription. That's interesting. That was a blast. I like hit drafts or random hits. I'm a big fan of these. I get into a lot of these personally. There's another George McIntyre. So we had 2 George McIntyres and we had 2 Caleb Johnsons, right? Yeah, pretty sure we had 2 of those. An interesting inscription there. All right, that is number 22, guys. Now we're going to randomize. We're going to see who gets what, and then we will go over real quick who got what. Drop my pen down here. Ugh. Okay. We will move back to our prep screen here. Move this stuff all to the center. Run these all. Put them all in numerical order here. All right, let's get our randomizer. Get the dice roll like normal. See how many times, as long as it's 4. There we go. We got 4. So we are going to be randomizing this. Yeah, there's 2 Joe Montanas, 2 for you to hopefully grab. All right, guys, we're randomizing this 4 times. We got 1 all the way to 22 there. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. 1, 2, 3, and the final time, number 4. Okay. Bring this over here. Paste it. Then sort. No, I can sort this by number. I just gotta figure out how to do it. Should have figured this out. Come on, Montana. I always do it by alphabetical, which I can't do with this. Wonder, unless it does it that way. It does do it, even though it's not alphabetical. Okay, just want to make sure. Yep. I always like to grab a couple and make sure they go to the proper places when I do that. So, go back here. Here we go, guys. We're going to move through these and you will see who got what. So we got Dan Guilfoyle with TJ Lateef. Got Pat Noble with Jackson Arnold. We've got Dan Guilfoyle with Caleb Johnson. We've got Bev Berg with Andy Reid. We have Derek Nixon with Tyrone Tracy. And also Derek Nixon on Tretch Kahuna. Number 7 going to Dan Guilfoyle for Madden Iamalaliva. We've got Dan, let's see, number 8 is going to be Zach Powell with Penny Boone. Number 9 going to Derek Nixon, one of the Montanas. We've got Dan Guilfoyle with Raheem Sanders. We've got Derek Nixon with Xavier Restrepo. We got Dave Grome with Sam Levitt, I believe. We got John Skalansky with George McIntyre on the Armed Forces. Doug grabbing the Montana slab. Grabbing this one here, Doug. Number 14. Getting the pre-production 101 Joe Montana slab. We got Thomas O'Connor with the Jaden Jank. We got Dan Guilfoyle with the Kendrick Law. We've got Bev Berg with the Taylor Morin on the Hot Flash. We've got the Will Kakamarek Valiant Effort, and that is going to Pat. Got Derek Nixon with the Elijah Surratt. Number 20 going to Dan Guilfoyle on the Caleb Johnson on the Snakeskin. 21 going to Derek Nixon, the Quadret, or the Quartet, if you will, the Quad. And we've got the Inscriptions George McIntyre going to Carter. Going over to you guys, Pat. Fucking A, Cotton. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun. I enjoy these. Like I said, if you guys like them, I will gladly do more of these. We can do one boxers if you want, where, you know, it's only got 8 to 14 hits, depending on what box we're doing and stuff like that. And then we're only selling that many spots. So you guys just let me know, whether it be on here or in the store, if it's something you enjoy. Obviously, if it's one box, it'll be a little bit cheaper, but we're gonna have, you know, less spots. So it really just depends. You know, with this, you're getting more potential because there was more hits that could be had, if you will. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for getting into these, as always. I will notate who got what so that we can get these sorted for you guys for pickup. That'll take 10 minutes tops, you know. So they'll be available for you guys if you want to come down today and pick up your cards. I appreciate you guys. We will see you in the next one. Like I said, once I get some more 25 stuff, we'll get some more football mixers put together. I know you guys love those. I'm just really waiting on stuff. Absolute's supposed to be coming soon. Donruss Retail actually should be coming soon too, for you guys just to come in the store and grab. Mosaic is coming out. Prism. All of these things I've already gotten pre-orders in, certified. We're just waiting until the release date. So I appreciate you guys, and we will see you next time.